Good morning, captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, and this one is a bit of a showcase because one of my fleet members, he turned round and he said, "Is the ZF6 any good as a destroyer?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't really play it much, but I tell you what, I'll find some time and I'll take it out and give it a spin, and we'll see how it plays out." And overall, I think I've got a 54% win rate in it. But, that's the case. But let's have a look at the ship itself and the modules. And by the way, if you want the game, just skip ahead to 4 minutes because it is a big one. But we got rapid reload, so we've got reload booster, and it's supposedly very good with the AA as well. Overall, is it outclassed by other destroyers that have long range sonar and radar? Yeah, but I'm guessing it depends on how you play your ship. The turret traverse is quite slow on this one, so I've got a turret traverse mod in the first slot, and we have got an epic reload booster in the fourth slot there as well. We've got rudder shift and we've got engine there as well. So although you've got two smoke screens, you do have the option, if you want to live dangerously, of switching it to the magic button for AA defense. You've got two engine boosts there, which is going to give you an extra 8% there with a 3-minute cooldown, but it lasts for 2 minutes, so that's not too shabby. And then you have two charges of main battery reload booster as well, and that reduces your reload by 50% for 15 seconds. The build I'm running gives me 20,800 hit points, which is, I think, fairly decent for its tier. There we go, we got a 3.4 second reload on the guns. That'll obviously come down to 1.7 for those 15 seconds we have the main battery reload on them. Torpedo launches 77 knots at 8 kilometers and just over 18,000 damage each. So not the longest of range, not the hardest of hitting, but not too shabby. We have an AA defense rating of 53, which in the scope of destroyers is probably one of the higher at this tier with the build that I'm running currently. Now I am losing a little bit of rudder shift time here, but I'm guessing that could be improved by using Leviathan in the legendary slot. But the good thing is, even though I'm not running all concealment captains, I have got my concealment down to 5 kilometers. But here come my captains and inspirations. Now, this is the build that I played this game with. We've got Eric Bay, German destroyer commander. He helps with our reduced detectability. We're running Observant Rage. That's what's slowed down our rudder shift, but it does give us the main battery reduction in reload. Then we've got Look at Me Now in slot 2 to further bring our concealment down. Now, I thought about this, and I'm going to change this one from Perceptive to Twist and Track, because Perceptive reduces incoming damage, but Twist and Track does give you better turret traverse. Fourth slot, Torpedo Royale to increase our torpedo damage, reduce our torpedo reload. And then in the last stop, Unstoppable, because nobody likes to have their engines out. But then I was looking at Leviathan, and because I've got Bay at 16.4, we're going to reduce incoming damage by 10% and increase our rudder shift by 20% with an enemy ship within 7.5 kilometers. Now, the thing to notice about this game is it should be a tier 6, tier 7 game, but there's a failed division on our team who've divvied up with a Bayern and a Colorado. So we've got a tier 5 ship in a tier 7 game. Top tip, guys, never, ever, ever split tiers in a division. Always pick the same tier unless it's 8 and legendary, because you're guaranteed that you're going to get up tiered if you pick a legendary ship and a tier 8. But if you were to pick 2 tier 8 and a tier 7, there's a chance you could get pulled up to legendary. Now, I play this map when I spawn on B pretty much the same way every time, but not every time, so that's something to remember. And I'm looking at this buy-in and I'm thinking, you're going to sail away broadside across the map, and that is going to be the end of you. And whereas I normally go to the right side of this cap, this time we're going to go to the left. We're going to mix it up a little bit, and what I'm going to try and do is creep in on this corner, waiting to see if the cap gets turned. Now, one thing that somebody mentioned in a comment about the ZF6 is that its AP is very good against the destroyers. Now, I didn't know that at the time, but I know it now, and I have tried it out in AI, and I see that New Jersey and thinking this buy-in is going to get absolutely slapped. There is going to be something else out there, but I'm creeping quarter speed. Well, we were quarter speed. There we go. Go on. We want to touch the cap. There we go. We want to see if we can draw in an enemy destroyer. We can see that our perceptive indicator is pointing off to the left. It's further to the left than the New Jersey, so I know there's a destroyer out there. Now, that Jervis getting picked up, it's 6.7 kilometers. I don't know what build he's running, but we're going to back out of this one. Our guns, or two of our turrets, are on the wrong side. That isn't the best situation to be in, so I just want to keep backing up and get ready for this guy, get my turrets around. We're going to put our torpedoes across there and give him a little something to think about as he's pushing in. We're not expecting, you know, a dev strike on this one, but he's pushing forward in a straight line. He's probably running his sonar, but we put the salvo in there and we hit the reload booster and we're chipping the damage off him there. He turns in, he's going to zigzag the torpedoes. He somehow gets himself spotted again, I think because he's come out of a smoke screen. Obviously doesn't understand how British destroyer smokes work, and this is where I should have switched to AP, but with his sonar running, I've got no option now but to push out of my smoke and to watch for this guy and try and finish him off, because there are two, perhaps three battleships there at the back of the map that all want a piece of me. Now, he is obviously running a low-level commander, or he's not running unstoppable, because his engines were knocked out. He was stuck in the middle of a cap, and although there's three battleships have all fired at me there, I'm smart enough to play with my throttle and avoid taking too much damage. Now, if you look around, the rest of the team have done a sterling job. They've pushed in on A cap and C cap, which means that we control the game. We are 3.5 minutes in and we're already 250 points up. And I've got a load of big, fat, juicy tier 6 and tier 7 battleships stacked up in front of me. Red team still have 3 destroyers out of the 4. But I'm looking around and thinking, okay, this could potentially, if my torpedoes are good, turn into a nice game for me. So we're looking, the Monarch is in range, 8k torpedoes on this, like I said. So New Jersey there, so we're looking at what he's doing. He's picking up speed. We're going to lead him a little bit, put another set out there. There's a destroyer come in on our right. I think he's come across from Charlie Cap. Red team seem to have disappeared from Charlie Cap and are running for their lives. And I'm like, okay, what do we do? Whose guns are looking where as we lose our King George there? But destroyer calling for fire on the New Jersey. I know my torpedoes are already running, and our reload booster is coming back up. And I see 3 torpedoes, 1 flood. He's damage controlled. We get another 3 torpedoes onto the ship behind him. And now, even though we haven't got smoke, we know we've got an island to our left-hand side, and I'm trying to get a fire on this guy, but his damage control is obviously running, and we're not going to get the fire, but we're going to disappear behind the island and drop detection smartly. Very, very smart play there from me. But look at this Colorado has got all his guns trained behind him. Monarch is pushing over, New Jersey is pushing over, 2 destroyers there on the left flank. Now the team across there, their DD I think was still sailing around the cap somewhere, but I'm looking and thinking, can I get onto this New Jersey again? Quite a reasonable torpedo reload on this, and these guys, I'm fair to say, that they are panicking. New Jersey has a fire on them, and I'm thinking, can I push in close enough to get more torpedoes into the game here? So here we go, one set, and we'll put another set out there. And yeah, I'm not going to make the smartest decision here, but we all make mistakes and we don't always play smart. And I'm thinking, do I go on a New Jersey? No, he's got a fire ticking. We'll leave that one to run. We're going to go on the Colorado because the other destroyer is shooting. We pick up a high caliber there. What are we? 6 minutes 15 into the game. Colorado is turning his guns for me. He takes 2 torpedoes, he takes a double flood, and we just going to stay on that guy and keep sailing away. New Jersey has damage controlled his fire, or it has burned out. Everybody's putting fire onto him. We're going to stay on the Colorado. New Jersey's out of range. So again, being aware of what's happening on the map, what's happening to each ship as they play. New Jersey goes out, and the Colorado has got to be the next guy out of the game. Looking around, still no sign of red team's destroyers, but we've got a smoke screen available. We're going to save that one because it's not worth wasting on this guy because he is such low health. You can see here that my dispersion isn't the greatest because I'm running turret traverse rather than accuracy in slot 1, and the Fantask picks up the kill on the Colorado after we've done the majority of the work. Now this Monarch here, I did GG him because he's going to play pretty well, and he is going to take some hit points from me, and I did message him after the game, and I'll tell you why as we get into that bit of the game, and what he said by reply. But again, there are still 3 destroyers in this game on red team, and personally, I don't know where they are. I don't care where they are at the moment. But we control the game. We control 2 caps. And I'm looking and thinking, okay, there's the Blewitchka, got himself spotted. Even though he's in range, there's no point shooting at him because he's practically dead. There are other ships closer than me. The battleships that were across there on ACAP have decided that because there is a destroyer behind them, they're going to start running away. And this Monarch has decided that I am going to be his pick of the week, and I know that he has very hard-hitting HE. He does have the super heals, but all I'm doing here is being an annoyance. We're going to turn into those shells, we lose our engine, and then, because we know we've got 20 seconds for reload, we're going to keep wailing on him. Or we've got around 20 seconds for reload. You've always got to err on the side of caution. They've got a faster reload than you might think they are. But he gets us again. I'm running my smoke. I'm still spotted. We are going to slow down and have that smoke cover us. And this guy is going to continue to put some semi-accurate fire into my smoke screen. And when I messaged him after the game and said, GG, you got some very good blind fires onto my smoke there, he said that he didn't blink. He was basically staying fixated on the place that my shots were coming from, and that's one of the reasons that I don't always sit still in my smoke screen. We're on 941 points for the team. If this guy dies, it's pretty much going to be game over. That's a double fire. I know he can't repair it, and we take the kill. That puts us up to 993. Red team aren't earning anything. They still have 2 destroyers in the game who are nowhere to be seen. And with 1,000 points reached, that ends the game for us. We had plenty of time left there, so we probably could have pushed that above 178k, but there was absolutely no need to. What's that, 180 something main battery hits there, a whisker under 3000 XP, and that is a new damage record for me in that ship. But I have had a 3000 plus XP game in it before, but I'm not going to cry about taking just under 3000 XP in that one. I think it was a game well played. I might try a few different combinations. of the Captain and Inspirations out to see what else I can get from it. But I hope you've enjoyed this little showcase of the ZF6, and if you have, please do smash the like button, leave me a comment, hype the video even, subscribe if you haven't, join the channel if you've got money in your pocket, and as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.